Welcome back to the channel, guys. So today I wanted to do sort of a walk around and drive this 2022 Jeep Grand Cherokee. This is the Limited, and this is actually a rental car that I've had for about 3 weeks now, because the car's in the shop, and I've actually really enjoyed this car overall. So I figured, you know, let me do sort of like a walk around and just driving impressions, and just sort of talk to you in general about this car. It's actually you know, now that this is the this old generation, you know, on the used car market, they're definitely coming down in price. So you know, with the Limited trim, I mean, new, this was closer around $50,000, and used you can get them for, you know, somewhere in the 30s, low 30s, I would say. So here's the car. Basically, it's pretty well equipped. This is probably a mid-spec model, so yeah, probably about $45,000 to $50,000 new. Has a lot of nice stuff. So it's got the power tailgate, which I'll show you. You double click this and it opens up. It is sort of slow to open and close, but it is power, which is nice. You've got your spare under here, a little bit of storage on the side as well. This folds flat. It's like nice soft carpet. You've got storage down here, a 12-volt DC. These seats fold flat, and they also recline a little bit, which I'll show you. And then the power button to close the hatch is there. As you can see, it is sort of slow, but you know, still nice to have. It comes with 18-inch wheels, and I actually do really like these wheels. I think this car, I mean, this car has been out for better part of like almost 10 years now. They've done, you know, little updates here and there, but it's still a very nice looking car. This car has the halogen projector beams. You've got halogen fog lights, little hood bulge. So this is, you know, this is sort of like the mid life cycle update type of thing. And let's you actually have auto start as well. If you hit this twice, car will start up. So we've got the 3.5 liter, I think it's called the Pentastar V6. Motor's, you know, been around for like 2 decades now, with obviously being improved over time. And it's 290 horsepower, 3.5 liter V6. Pretty good, I think, in terms of, you know, power. It's not the smoothest motor, but it's gets the job done. So I'm gonna get in the back seat. So I'm 5'9", 5'10", and this is my driving position. So as you can see, I have tons of space back here. It's all leather. It's very soft. We've got power outlet, USB, you know, charge points, and then the air conditioning vents. You've got pocket over here. It's got a sunroof. You could spec a bigger sunroof if you wanted, but overall material quality is quite nice. The leather, wherever there's leather, is very nice and soft to the touch. You know, even back here, like this top portion is sort of like this rubbery faux leather effect. And you know, all the touch points are actually very nice. Fake wood trim over here, but you know, it's all right. This down here is a little bit scratchy, so you know, it's fine on the on the center armrest and everything like that. But you know, bottom of the door panels, this is sort of like scratchy. Behind the seats, you can, you know, just hear this. It's sort of not the nicest material, but still, for this price point, I think it's a pretty good deal. All right, so let's hop in. So when you do the auto start, it basically turns the heat or the air conditioning to the max. Excuse me. And you know, and whatever, you know, prior settings that you had. So in this case, I had the heated seat on and the heated steering wheel on. I'm gonna turn those off for now. So this is the infotainment system. I think this is maybe like an 8-inch screen. It's got Apple CarPlay, so you can just, you know, open up your map, go in there, listen to your music, stuff like that. But it also has the nav system built in, which is pretty good. It's not the best. The graphics are just okay, but the screen is pretty responsive overall, and that's definitely nice. You've got a bunch of apps that you can go into, not really apps, just settings through this apps menu. So in this, I've noticed the screen is a bit laggy, like it's, you know, it's a little bit slow, but in the main controls that you're using like every day, so climate, media, in my case, I've just been using CarPlay, and you know, climate, it's like super easy to, you know, go into any of your settings. You can use, you know, you can touch the temperature control, or you've got physical buttons, which is very nice, you know. And yeah, it's a nice setup. You know, this is like soft rubber over here. Buttons are nice. They've got like this sort of like this matte sort of texture to them, which is nice. Only part where, you know, this is sort of, you can sort of tell that it's still just a Chrysler product, is you know, the center stack. Now this is, they have like this like a soft matte type of feel to it, but this part of the center stack, I just don't think it looks nice at all. So I've literally had this open. You've got your USB ports, which you need to connect to CarPlay if you want. You know, again, materials, this top dash part it's again like a soft rubbery texture. You know, it has the faux leather effect. You know, this wood trim is obviously fake, but it does look pretty nice. You've got like this plastic, but, you know, chrome type of look on the door handles. The buttons are, you know, for the windows, the locking, and then you have your memory seat control, which is really nice. So you have two settings, and then again over here as well, you've got, you know, soft touch, and then this part is all leather, the armrest. Also the center stack. So this opens two ways, so you've got a little section there, and then if you click the bottom, you've got a deeper storage area, cubby. Cup holders are nice, you know, they're big enough. So in the center stack, you've got analog controls on the side, and then you've got this, you know, digital display in the middle. And this, you can, you know, it has some functionality. You can turn this into you know, a digital readout, or have your standard analog readout. Then, you know, you've got some information. I've usually been running it just on the miles per gallon screen, or what do you call it, or the speedometer, the digital speedometer, which is sort of neat to have as well. Overall, I think this car is very comfortable. Oop, just turned it off, so I'll just start it up again just so you guys sort of can see the startup. It says Grand Cherokee. The system loads up right away. Yeah, it's a pretty nice place to be, and specifically at this price point, if you're, I know the new model just came out, that's gotten definitely more expensive. A really nice loaded version is closer to, you know, 60,000 or thereabouts. This you can buy on the used market for 30, 32, 35,000 maybe. But, you know, I'm sure later this year prices are going to keep coming down. This car sort of has an overlap, right? So this is a 2022 model year, but it's the old shape. So I think basically the new Grand Cherokee came out in 21, but they came out with a new shape. It was the Grand Cherokee L, which is the 7-seater version. And you know, so they were selling this old car and the new car at the same time. So now on the new car, I know that the you know, everything is, it's sort of like a brand new car, whereas this car, actually, this model year, this generation, is sort of the last in line that is based off the sort of like the 90s Mercedes ML chassis. So, you know, Daimler, Chrysler, and Mercedes were basically, you know, Chrysler, I think, or Daimler Chrysler it was called. So they co-developed a lot of cars, and this is sort of the last car from that generation. Ride-wise, you know, it's pretty comfortable. There's some road noise, not too much. It gives you that near luxury feel, which I think is really nice. At this price point, right? Because, you know, you could spend $35,000 and get like an old Mercedes, you know, GLE, or maybe an X5 or a Volvo XC90, something like that. But with those cars, you have to worry about higher costs in terms of maintenance, repairs, anything like that. With this, I think the costs are definitely lower. You know, put regular gas in it, get your oil changes. They're going to be much cheaper than any German car, or, you know, even Japanese cars, things like that. So I think this is a really nice sort of near luxury experience. It's a nice balance. And I've really just been like very impressed with it overall, because it's a lot nicer than I thought it was going to be. You know, I'm mostly a European car guy, and ooh, that was a nice Aston Martin. And you know, I'm not really big on American cars, and but you know, I really like this car. I think it's really nice. And you know, if I were going out to buy a brand new SUV, you know, a mid-sized 5-seater like this, I don't know if I would go buy the new Grand Cherokee, right? It's a nice car, but I'm not sure that I would be willing to spend, you know, so much money on this car, $55,000-$60,000, because at that point for me, you know, I think there are many other options. You know, again, we're going into the Germans, the BMW X5, you know, possibly, you know, Volvo XC90, an Acura MDX. Arguably, they probably have better quality and, you know, yeah, basically better quality and overall. But on the used market, I think this is a great car. At that $30,000 mark, 31, 32, whatever it is, you're getting quite the bang for your buck. Seats are very comfortable, they're very supportive. You know, the leather's really nice. Everything's very soft. Infotainment is pretty decent, right? It's touchscreen, but you also have a bunch of buttons for everything. You've got 290 horsepower, 8-speed automatic. I think this is the ZF 8-speed. I don't think it's tuned the best, but it definitely does the job. What else? Yeah, just overall, I'm very impressed with this car. And when I think about it at, you know, at sort of the, go ahead, friend, at the $30,000 mark, I think this is a fantastic buy. Why? Because you're literally getting a very new car. This thing is, you know, less than a year old. This engine, transmission, they're gonna last a long time. This motor has been in Chrysler products for generations. It's known to be very reliable. It's cheap to maintain, cheap to fix. and you know, build quality is really actually quite nice. It's just a very comfortable car. I've put about 1,500 miles over it in three and a half weeks that I've had it. Mostly I've been commuting to work, so I have you know, 60 miles round trip every day, so that's the minimum, and then, you know, just running errands and things like that. So I've put a lot of miles on it. I've done local driving, I've done highway driving, and it's just overall a very comfortable car. You know, highway road noise is not too bad. You get a little bit of wind rush. Other than that, you know, it's pretty quiet. So yeah, so maybe I'll do a couple of likes, couple of dislikes overall. So likes, definitely, I think the price point that you can get into this car. It is a 4x4. It's a Jeep. You know, it's gonna, you know, it's good for all weather. You're not gonna have any issues whatsoever. In, you know, snow, rain, anything, you know, it doesn't matter. It handles it well. What else? The, you know, size, I think the size is great. I think the near luxury sort of refinement of this car is very nice. You've got pretty much everything that you're gonna need. I mean, you've got heated steering wheel, heated seats, CarPlay, pretty decent sound system, you know. What else? It's got the GPS. Yeah, you know, it's even though this car's been out for 8 or 9 years, they've done these small iterative updates, and I think it still makes sense. It's still a very compelling buy. Some of the dislikes, you know, I think some of the material quality is not up to par at a new car price, but definitely I think it's passable as a used car in that $30,000-$35,000 mark. Some other things I don't like, mostly minor. The headlights, this has the halogen headlights. They're not very good. I think if I were to buy this car, I would definitely update the bulbs for both the LED and the regular beam to, you know, LED. This blind spot over here, this A-pillar is huge, and this is definitely something that I don't like, because, like, you can just see it takes up so much space. You can't see anything on that side. You know, and so that's something you have to be a little bit careful with. What else? Some technology things that I think aren't quite as good as they could have been. The rear view camera, you know, it does have a camera, but it's not really good quality, and you know, it definitely could have been a little bit better. Yeah, you know, there aren't too many negatives about this car. I'm actually genuinely very happy with this car. I've been using it for quite a while, and you know, I put a decent amount of miles on this car so as to sort of have a good understanding of the vehicle overall. Oh yeah, one thing I definitely should talk about is the turning radius. It is tiny. This car turns, you know, it has such short turning radius. I daily drive a Honda Accord. It's a 2018, and that thing has, you know, a massive turning radius. So this, in that sense, is, like, considering the size of this car, is really, really good. Yeah, maybe we'll do a walk around outside again, and I think that'll be it for the video. A lot of noise outside, but so here we go. So here's the car again. I'll open up the doors. It's really just a very nice car. I think this car looks really good still, you know, even though it's quite old. You know, the shape has been out for a while. It's still a really, really nice looking car, and you know, I think just the design of this, it has aged well, and it will continue to age pretty gracefully. I think it's not going to look old in the next 2 or 3, 4 years, I think. But anyways, guys, thank you so much. for watching the video. Please like, please comment, and I'm going to try to have more car videos coming your way, sort of reviews, impressions. Obviously this is the first one, so I will definitely try to improve as I do make more videos. Thanks so much. Please like, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.